Hello, my name is Tony Roberts. I'm the parent coordinator here at Frederick Douglass Academy 6. And we have been honored to have the King of Kings Foundation present to our students and staff preventive measures that can help all of us to succeed in life, particularly our students. The array of information that they offered included obesity obesity prevention, gang prevention, and a variety of workshops that will help our students to become more emotionally, socially, and academically sound. And also they motivated our students in reference to securing a good future. We are so thankful for the King of Kings and all that they offer, and we would gladly recommend them to any school so that you too can have your students on track emotionally, socially, and academically. And we're so thankful for the King of Kings.
It shows us that even though we feel like we're not important, there's people out there that prove to us that we are important. Our stories might not seem as significant as Bill Gates, as President Obama, but we are still important. We are still significant.
Not only that, but the stories from real people. Here at school, it's our job to inform children, so to try to keep them out of situations. It's different when you have adults addressing them who have walked those areas in life, opposed to some of us who are just telling them, stay away from harmful situations. But when you have someone who has walked in those places and can speak from experience, it's a different feeling, and it's a different approach. You can talk from the point of experience, and those experiences are the experiences we're trying to eliminate in our children's lives.
My experience of the King of Kings program was indeed very positive. As an educator, I was able to appreciate not just the content of the workshops, but just in terms of the overall presentation that were provided by the leaders of the workshop. They had established a very positive and interactive rapport with the students. And the subject matter that they broached with the children about violence, about life on the street, how to manage themselves, their own personal lives, and to more or less not be in conflict with the law or in conflict with themselves about drugs and sexual behavior, was very, very useful. They also came from a different viewpoint, I think, from teachers in the classroom, because we don't have the same amount of opportunity to present those ideas, and not in the manner in which they were presented. The presenters themselves were excellent, and they were able to share their own experiences, and I think that was very important for the students to hear. The students, from my observation, interacted very well, and they were very open. They were able to share their thoughts and ask pertinent questions about the topics and issues that were presented. I think it's also a very good experience for the students to be exposed to these kind of workshops, because it gives them a real opportunity to connect with individuals who not just know their subject matter, but who themselves experienced many of the things that they spoke about. And it was invaluable, and I believe that this is the kind of program that our children in our community needs. In fact, all children need that. But the dynamic aspect of this program was rather thrilling, I think, for both students and myself, and I was very inspired by the presenters.
My name is Hertesine Bonds. I work with students of all grades, and I think living and born in the 30s, I really have understood how this program, the Kings of Kings, could come into the school and work with these students in all kind of subjects, and to get them to understand things that I wanted to say that I could not say they brought this program into the school. And the students, I know for myself, really appreciate it, and the staff, because even the staff wanted to say things that they couldn't say, that the Kings of Kings could come in and talk to the students and explain to them just what this world is giving back to them. And like in the 30s, they whipped and beat and made students, made people understand. They brought this program in and let them know that it's not all about beating, it's brain work now.
My name is Ashley Aparple. I'm a student at Frederick Douglass Academy 6.
My name is Amanda Five, and I'm also a student at Frederick Douglass Academy 6. I had attended the Kings of Kings assembly, and to me it was really interesting because I learned a lot of things. And while some of the kids were sleeping during the ceremony, I was fighting my sleep, but I did learn something. Like, they did mention that there was a reference for 7 months, and that 7 months it was there, it was no violence, and that's a really good thing. Like, the violence needs to cut out of the environment because it's not good for the new generation that's coming up.
I attended the King of King workshops. The mentors taught us, we went to several workshops such as the anger management workshop. Many students in the school love to partake in violent actions, such as fights, cursing out teachers, but since the King of Kings, those issues turned down, they were very turned down. There's less fights in the school. I believe that the school's grade overall is increasing from, it was a D? To D. I think it's going to increase to probably a B or an A, because we are scholars, and scholars should enact in the environment scholarly.
A lot of guys cut out the gang activity because they realize that it's not worth it. Not every kid in the school wants to be a part of a certain gang. Some people take their education really
Seriously.
Exactly. And while the others out there playing around, they should realize that education is the key to get you anywhere. If you don't have an education, you can't go nowhere. Like, nowadays, people need your high school diploma for you to get a job. If you don't have that, you can't get nowhere. So these guys really need to get their act together and get it all together.
Like Amanda was saying with the high school diploma, now colleges are really interested in students with their advanced Regents diploma. The advanced Regents diploma, I believe, contains 8 regions, and you still have to do 44.06 credits.
You also have to have 7 electives.
7 electives. With that, like myself, there's students who will go the extra edge to graduate early, such as myself. And with the Kings of Kings program, I've learned that, because I get very angry at times, and I learned how to control my anger. I don't partake in drugs. Sexual interactions, I don't do any of that. But for the students that do, they become more aware of the dangers of sexual activities.
My name is Mrs. Patrina Morris Hilton. I teach physics and forensic science at Frederick Douglass 6 Academy High School. Our school has been privileged to be involved in the King of Kings promotion with our students. The program has been very exceptional in that it exposes our youth to what are some of the critical and more important aspects of their daily lives from people who have been able to walk and also who are exposed to some of the things and the topics that were discussed and covered in the program. They are also expected to represent themselves in a manner where they demand and command respect from the people they interact with as well as with their peers. It is very instrumental, especially with our kids who are from neighborhoods and probably homes where they do not have the figures, they do not have people who they could look up to give them the kind of guidance that they need to survive and to succeed in life. So with people who have these experiences and they come in willingly to share, we are really, really, really blessed in having such a program. And I wish them all the best, all the success in what they endeavor to do.